After the powerful king of Assyria conquered the northern kingdom of Israel in 722 BC, he invaded the southern kingdom of Judah in 701 BC. Jerusalem miraculously survived this invasion attempt by Assyria, the greatest empire in the world at that time. For this reason, when the Babylonian armies laid siege to Jerusalem about 100 years later, there were many in the city who firmly believed it could not be conquered. 6 factors may have contributed to this deeply held but ultimately erroneous belief in Lehi's time that Jerusalem could not possibly be destroyed. 1. Many may have believed that because the city was God's holy habitation on earth, he would always protect it from destruction. 2. Many appear to have misunderstood the Lord's covenant of protection, especially in regard to its required conditions regarding the people's obedience to God's commandments. 3. The miraculous deliverance of Jerusalem from the Assyrians the first time strengthened the belief that the Lord would again preserve Jerusalem. 4. The robust fortifications created earlier around Jerusalem may have contributed to a feeling of impregnability. 5. King Josiah's reforms may have led some people to hold an exaggerated view of their favor in God's eyes. 6. Although there were many prophets who were prophesying of the destruction of Jerusalem, there were also competing prophets who proved to be false prophets who gave the opposite prediction, that God was going to preserve them from their enemies. Ultimately, although many elements likely contributed to the undue sense of security held by those at Jerusalem, the most basic factor was that they were unwilling to listen to the true and divinely inspired prophets of God. This eventually led to the destruction of Jerusalem at that time. From this story, we can learn a valuable lesson about seeking the protection of God in life's modern trials. We can do what Nephi did so many centuries ago to avoid destruction: heed the counsel and warnings from the true and living prophets in our time. And now you know why.